So you can't you can't go back in one word and say, I didn't give consent afterwards. It doesn't work like that. I'm not saying you lot do that, but that's what a lot of women do. You lot will have sex with a guy, agree to having sex with the guy, and then because you don't like the guy no more, or because he dumped you, after you lot have sex, you lot will say he raped you. That's unacceptable. So so let me finish. So it happens a lot. So I'm not saying you lot are like that. I'm just saying that it needs to be more clear. If you lot don't want to do it, make it clear. Because another thing I want. One sec. Let me finish. I'm not finished. Another thing I'm gonna say as well. Some of you women are not vocal enough. If you feel like doing it but you don't want to do it, tell the guy you don't want to do it. Because another thing is one thing. Let me just touch on this topic. I want to talk about this topic that a lot of people don't talk about, because this is not spoken about. This is not spoken. You're not listening. This is not spoken about enough, right? A lot of women don't vocalize how they feel, right? A lot of you lot are shy to express how you feel. A lot of you lot feel ashamed to express what you want. If you don't want to have sex at the moment with the guy, let him know that. If he respects you and likes you for who you are, he would respect that. But some of you lot feel pressured into doing it because, like, you feel like we're gonna judge you. A real man is not gonna judge you for not wanting to have sex. If you don't want to have sex at that moment, say you don't want to have it. But what you lot do, some of the time, you won't vocalize it, and you'll wait towards the end, or wait till it's already happened and say, I didn't consent.
But not every man might be like you.
You don't listen to what I'm saying.
I am listening to you.
My point is, a lot of women don't vocalize it enough.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, let's say for example, right? If I ask you, babe, do you wanna have sex, right? You might say yes, right? And then towards the end of the sex, you might not tell me that you don't want to do it no more, but you won't say it to me. I'm not saying me, but you won't say it. And then afterwards, you'll go and say that I raped you. That's what a lot of women do.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if you don't want to do the deed with the guy, you don't want to have the intimacy with the guy, let the guy know. Let the guy know.
I think you addressed that's wrong.
Let me finish.
But it's all in well saying let the guy know, but you've never been in that situation where somebody's either scared or they're it's pretty obvious if someone doesn't really necessarily want to do something, but
and that's why I think it's
not always obvious. No, it's not always obvious. Because a lot of you lot don't always make it obvious. Because let me finish. Because I'm talking as a man. So just let me finish. I'm telling you, male nature. Men are not always of the most observant people. So sometimes a man will always know that you don't. I can tell when a woman doesn't want to do it from my body language. I can tell. I'm not the average guy. I'm not trying to be ragged or have an ego. I'm not the average guy. But a lot of guys don't understand female nature. So if the guy doesn't understand female nature, he might not know you don't want to do it from your body language. Some guys are bad at reading body language and reading social cues. So I'm saying sometimes you don't have to be more vocal on what you're saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm not attacking you. Look, I'm just saying that when you're vocal, it can help the situation.
Yeah,
you guys get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
That's like, it's understandable. I understand about being vocal.
Yeah.
There are women out there who have been vocal and still have been ignored. That's how a lot of these things still end up happening. I think what's going on right now is that there are probably things that you're saying that people are agreeing with, and the other standpoint that you're agreeing with. It's just a lot of like back and forth, because I think the general understanding is there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can say to you, I can understand what you're saying, and vice versa, but it's still just a whole lot.
I understand. I think what it is, right? Let me tell you one. I'm not trying to patronize you, right? But men and women's brains are wired differently. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. Like, whatever your name is, right? I have nothing against the two women I'm talking to right now. I have nothing against you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Don't know me. But sometimes you don't take things personally. When I ask questions to probe. You have to probe. If I don't ask you, you have to probe. You know when you probe something. I have to ask you questions to make a point. So if I'm making statements and making a point, don't take things personally. I'm just trying to raise awareness that sometimes women don't always vocalize what they say, and sometimes men are bad at reading body language. That's all I'm saying. And yes, I agree with you. A lot of women vocalize that I don't want to have sex, and guys ignore it. I agree with that. I agree with what you lot are saying, but I'm just trying to establish all the different factors of what happens and what causes all this. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say?
Can I ask a question?
That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So a lot of this is talking. A lot of this are talking about him, really, right?
Right.
I'm not saying that he's a saint. I don't know him. I've only seen him a couple of times in person, and from what I've seen in person, he seems like a really chill dude. But you can't judge people on that, right? Now, can we agree, right, that people will see red flags and overlook red flags, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you see a red flag and overlook a red flag, whose fault is that?
Yours.
Exactly. So I don't know what he's like. If he's the type of person that likes to force himself, push himself, there's gonna be times when he's doing that sort of characteristic. Might not be in that exact scenario, you know, with Smek and all that, but in general life, because people just be themselves. We're not robots. We don't think to say, all right, I'm gonna be like this person now, I'm gonna be like this now. People just be. So if, for example, if a thief goes in the store and he's a thief, he's gonna nick something, right? So if you go on a date with someone and you see that he's a bit controlling, he's a bit like this, he doesn't like taking no for an answer, why keep yourself around that person?
Can I just say, I think that's just like so insensitive. If this situation is a case of, for instance, a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
And maybe these behavior patterns weren't revealed before.
That's why you vet. That's why that goes back to what I said earlier about vetting people. You vet someone before you get in. You get close to them. You don't just get close to someone after one night. You don't just get close.
But the thing is, we can speak so logically now because we aren't in that situation. But a lot of when you're in that situation, it is hard for you to think logically and think I need to do this and do that. And like right now, I can say this is how I'm going to handle the situation. God forbid I'm put in that situation. I don't know what I'm going to do. None of us know what we are going to do because we're not in that situation. It is so difficult to speak on something that we aren't experiencing. That's why we have to deal with these situations.
No, it's not. It's not about. It's not about experiences you've been through. You get me? Like what my guy said, the host said earlier, you learn from other people's experience as well. There's countless new stories about these kind of things happening.
I said that obviously I'm not in the situation. So I can right now say, I've seen this case, this is how I'm going to deal with it. But you don't know how you would deal with it. So we cannot tell the victims in this situation.
No, but
look, like I said before,
using the word victim.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me.
Why can't I use the word victim?
But you see from when that person at my workplace accused me of SH, I look at things differently now because I've always heard people talk. Always heard guys talk like me now. I've always heard them talking like me, but I always think, you think that, you know, people aren't like that. But you see, when you get in that position, you start think differently. You get me? So why not learn from other people's experience? Now I've experienced it. I've learned from my experience and I've learned from the other people's experience that was talking before. I didn't want it to believe them because it never happened to me.
Your time. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. Someone said you've done it. That just proves our point. That just proves the point. Can
I just go back to the point of the controlling? Because I think it's just a bit like, just because you say whatever, go on a date with someone controlling and then you go on again, doesn't make it any less wrong for someone to do something unconsensual. Just because you see a red flag of controlling doesn't mean, okay, that's fine.
Hell, that's not what. I don't know if I can. Let me explain.
That is what you said. You said if these girls not be seeing the red flags and go out with a controlling guy and then say, I do not like it when I say no. That is exactly what you said.
The industry that Michael comes from, and the industry that he's around, he has girls around him constantly. He knows. And he should know better not to put himself in that situation.
Exactly.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's all right. You can blame the girl. You can blame the boy. We have industry whores at parties. I see them all the time. They're there. They're in their faces. constantly. Yeah. But these guys have also got to realise you have a lot more to lose. All right, you might be able to pay her off, you might be able to do this, but you have a lot more to lose in the long run than she has.
And think,
you know what's happening here? Because he's Michael Ward and he's famous. What a lot of women are doing, they're not vetting him because he's famous. They're just saying he's Michael Ward, he's famous, he's all right. So
exactly.
Sorry, what do you mean when we say vetting? Sorry.
When you say vetting, it means that you got to know the person on a different level.
You know when you
find
say
out
vetting,
things.
Guys, you're both talking at the same time.
You can't say he's Michael Ward. Yeah, I've seen him on TV, so he's a good guy. I'm just gonna jump in his hotel.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to get to know him.
So you mean, so you have to get to know him because
just like a regular guy.
Right.
Just like a regular guy. If it's a guy you go on 4 or 5 dates, maybe you take 2 or 3 months before you guys have sex.
Okay.
That's what you do with Michael Ward. You don't just say he's Michael Ward and I'm going to
100%.
Someone in this live had said earlier, they made a comment about like from what I've seen of him, he seems like a good guy.
I said that. I said that.
So
that's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay, so can I finish this sentence?
No, but you might as well just direct me, innit? Don't like this direct me. Don't make it sound. Don't do the subtle dig. Just direct it to me.
That's not trying to settle dig.
No, but I was the only one that said it though. No one else said that. I said that. No one else said that. I said that.
You had said that.
I said that. No one else said that on the line.
Okay, so you said that. So can you not vet him in the same way that we're expecting these women to vet him? Then is that how?
No, I'm not gonna go have sex with Michael.
Exactly.
Am I gonna have sex with Michael Ward? I don't.
No, you're saying that he cannot go forward and do.
Let me finish.
But I was actually addressing.
You're not letting me finish. You're kind of like not. But what I'm trying to say is that my point is people. Let me just finish my point. No, what I'm trying to say, right, is that I'm not gonna have sex with Michael Ward. So I don't need to vet him like women need to vet him. I'm just saying him from the screen, right? He seems like a cool guy. He seems like a cool guy. So, and I said to him, I don't think he has it in his nature to do it. Doesn't mean that I'm saying he hasn't done it. I just don't think he would do it. Like I don't think it's something that he would do.
Just because let me finish. That's just looking through rose-tinted glasses.
Let me finish. I'm not finished.
Yeah, but you keep saying let me finish. But
no, but I'm not even finished what I'm saying.
Pearl, understand that's his perspective.
The point I'm saying is that I don't look at him and think that's something that he's gonna do. I'm saying my opinion. I'm not saying that he hasn't done it. I'm just saying I don't think he has it in his nature to do it. I don't think he has. I'm not saying he doesn't have it in his nature. I'm not saying he doesn't have it in his nature. I'm saying I don't think he's done it. It's a difference. Because no one's gonna watch Michael Ward and think he's a bad person from his charisma or how he carries himself. So I'm just going on my first impression of him from what I've seen of him. I don't think he has it in his nature to do it. Doesn't mean that he hasn't done it.
But Damola, that's how you're seeing him is how everyone sees him. They don't vet him. Women aren't seeing his Michael Ward, yeah? And they're not saying, you know what, before I have sex with this guy, yeah, let me go on dates with him 3 or 4 times and get to know him for 2 or 3 months. Yeah. They're not doing that. You understand? They're not doing that to find out if he's creepy. They're giving it to him on the first night, second night.
Yeah, but I agree.
But you understand that he don't vet these girls either, and that's what men need to start doing. He don't vet these girls either, so that's the problem.
But don't put them girls available for him.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
A pretty face don't qualify you to be in my space. That's the problem.
Exactly.